See that? The Steinbach family crest. Yes. I just noticed this has a little chip. That makes me really sad. My mom collected these when we were just kids, this whole set. I think there's like, I don't know, I think it's supposed to be crystal. She collected the whole set, and it was supposed to be for my brother. But he's kind of been disowned I've disowned him. He forfeited his right to be her son by his actions. But anyway, that's not the point of my video. I was just thinking about things, you know, the points. Somebody mentioned my deconversion video where I list out various points of why I ceased to become a Christian. What made me stop being a Christian? I was thinking, it'd be great if I could just make a video and throw all the points back to back. You know, all the points that I make. Except everybody's heard them all before. And I'll probably miss some if I did that. I like my latest point especially. My latest point is that all Christians are 90%. Well, we won't say percentages because when you say percentages, people want to know where you get your statistics. So we won't do that either. But I'm thinking there's a large percentage of Christians who don't really believe in God. They don't really believe in God. They know deep down inside that there is no such thing as God. It's just innate in them that it's information they already know. They know that there's no such thing as God. They know. And intuitively, that's the word I was trying to find the word. They know intuitively that there is no such thing as God. And they tune out their common sense. They tune out this knowledge that they have deep down inside that God doesn't exist, because they've been fed this belief for so long that you have to believe in God. You have to believe in God to be a good person. You have to believe in God to be a good person. So what do? I believe in God. I believe in God. Don't tell me there's no such thing as God. I believe Him. I believe in Him. I believe in Him. I believe in Him. That's what they do. And then okay, I'm going to go to church. I have to go to church every day. Every day? Maybe not every day, but you know, it's like, if I go to church more, if I read the Bible more, if I sing more, if I do all these things, I'll believe. It'll be so much easier for me to believe. I have to work really hard at it, though. I have to recharge my batteries once a week. I gotta keep my faith recharged. I can't, you know, if it was real, it would be effortless. It would be like breathing. It would be natural. It wouldn't require having to go to church every week or twice a week or every other night. And it wouldn't require constantly saying these things over and over and reaffirming and reinforcing and having other people around you who are saying the same things as you to help support your belief or help strengthen your belief. It wouldn't require work if it was real, if it was true. Faith would be effortless. Faith would be so effortless, you know? If it was true. If it was true, Christians would be unafraid of heights. They wouldn't care about falling from anything, because either God will save them, or they will end up in a place so much better than this earth, you know? It would be like, oh, you know, oh, I guess I died. Oh, well, look where I am now. I don't know why Christians are so afraid of death. I would think they'd be looking for any old reason to die, but they don't, because deep down inside, they know it isn't true. They don't go looking across, you know, they don't go scouring the earth for evidence to prove to all of us unbelievers, without a shadow of a doubt, that they're right and that this God exists. None of them do this. None of them waste their time, because that's what it would be. It would be wasting their time, and deep down they know, deep down they know that time is precious and they really only have this one life. So they don't go scouring the earth in search of evidence. The best that they'll do is go, well, you know, the Bible's already been verified. It's been verified. And if you point it out to them, I pointed out to somebody the other day, well, can you just name one thing in the Bible that's supposed to have happened? One event in the Bible that's supposed to have happened that actually happened, that historically, that coincides with actual history. Just name one event. You know, there's the census that I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, there's a census that's described in Luke. It's put in the wrong time period. It's the actual census, if Jesus ever lived, and all that's really remotely true. The census happens like 10 years after Jesus' alleged birth, you know. Quinius or whatever. I'm trying to think of the name of the guy who ordered the census, and I'm thinking, I can't think of it. But anyway, that actually happened. It wasn't in the right time, because a lot of things that were written in the New Testament are wrong. That's one of them. Okay, and some Romans who are described in the Bible, like Pontius Pilate and Herod, actually did exist. And some of the cities described in the Bible actually did exist. But what event happened in the Bible that is historically corroborated? I'm pretty sure it's corroborated. Hey, they both start with the C. I think they both have 4 syllables. They look similar. I was close. Anyway, corroborated. I don't know why that word doesn't sound right either, but I think that's the word. How many biblical events described in the Bible are coincide with actual history that actually happened, are supported by non-biblical secular evidence? How many? This person didn't write me back, didn't respond. I'd like to know. I'm sure that there has to be something in the Bible that is historically accurate, you know, but honestly, I can't think of anything. You know, I can't think of anything. So, yeah, I just think that deep down inside, Christians really don't believe in God, but they put themselves out there. They really want to convince themselves that they do. They really try really hard to believe that they believe, because they think that's the key to being a good person. That's the key to not having to be tortured forever or going to hell. They want to live forever, and that's the key. They believe that much of it. They believe, okay, I want to do all this stuff, but deep down inside, I really think Christians don't believe in God. I think it's just, what's that word that I was thinking of? Intuitive knowledge. They don't really believe. That's what I think. I think that these people like, what's his face, Ray Comfort, twisted around to try to say that about atheists. And I think they do that on purpose to take the heat off of themselves, because even Ray Comfort, deep down inside, he knows there's no such thing. Deep down inside, they all know that it's just a book. It's just a book. They call it the gospel. Oh, if we call it the gospel, that makes it sound like it has some special significance. It's not just a book. It's the gospel. It's scripture. And who came up with those words? And why? Oh, that's right. The organizations that want people to believe that it has special authority over their lives. That's why. So anyway, I was thinking about making a video and just lay out the points that tripped me up as a Christian and eventually led to me, or contributed to me, becoming an atheist. You know, I've already mentioned them, but I have added a few more since I made my deconversion video. Definitely have added a few more. Completely off subject, I just saw the second preview to the Planet of the Apes sequel. I'm so psyched. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. It looks good. But anyway, just completely off subject there. I just had to stick it in there. So here I am on my little picnic table that the universe was kind enough to give me a little glass of Shad. Actually, this is Riesling. I've decided I like Riesling because it's sweet. It's sweeter than Chardonnay. I don't like Chardonnay. I don't know. And I try not to drink. I used to have a glass of wine, you know, maybe a couple times a week. I've narrowed that down to maybe a couple times a month because, you know, when you're overweight, that's the last thing you need. This is like liquid sugar, pure sugar. It tastes so good. Anyway, so that's just my thought. The more I think about it, the more I am convinced that Christians really don't believe in God. It's just something that they've convinced themselves so much that they do believe in God that they think they do. But I don't really think they do. Because they run away. They run away. If you're too forceful about, you know, presenting your reasons why you don't think a God exists, they either get really, really abusive, or they run away, or they block you, you know, or they unfriend you, or they just stop being your friend completely. They don't want to hear it. They really, the whole monkey see, what is it? See no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. You know what, the monkeys, or whatever, that's exactly it. They don't want to hear it. They want to shut out the world. They want to shut out everything that can even remotely threaten this carefully built up, you know, defense that they need to have to keep this fragile belief that they have. You know, supposedly faith is supposed to move mountains. In my 50-some years, I have yet to see a mountain move. Unless you count Mount St. Helens, that puppy moved. But it didn't move like it says in the Bible. It moved straight up. Yeah, I saw that. Actually, I didn't see it. I saw it on the news. I got to live through the ash fall. That's how old I am. Anyway, it's not really, I shouldn't brag about that, but in a way it's kind of cool. But yeah, I haven't seen really any snake handlers survive a poisonous snake without going to the hospital. What, did that guy just die recently? So yeah, it's bullshit. Those poor Christians. You know, the sad thing is it's all about hanging on to this belief so they don't think they're going to die someday. It's like, really, you're afraid of dying that much? Why? Why is that so bad? Why are people so afraid of death? If it wasn't for the fear of death, there wouldn't be religion. And I honestly think the fear of death is magnified so much by religion. If people didn't have this imaginary thing, they don't just say that, oh, you're going to die and cease to exist with religion. They have to give it teeth. You know, it's not just, death isn't just this little thing that steals you away from life. It has teeth, and it's going to rip you apart over and over and over, day after day after day, while you stay conscious. And it's going to keep doing this for all eternity. That's what they make death out to be. This little monster that will just keep, you know, doing its thing and just torturing you forever. That's what they make death out to be. And so they're terrified of it. They're terrified. They have actually invented the cause of their own terror. And I just look at death like, you know, going to sleep. I love sleep. I really do. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't want to get up. This feels so good. I love to sleep. I think of death as, you know, it's nice to be alive. I'm enjoying my life now, finally. I love a beautiful day like this one. You know, I love my animals. I like the idea that I met some cool people on YouTube. I might meet some cool people in real life still. I mean, you never know. I like that idea. But you know, the idea that I could die, it's like, whatever. It's like, well, it'd be kind of a bummer, because I have some plans for my life, but at the same time, I'm not going to really care, because I'll be dead. You know, I'll be like, oh well, that didn't happen, but I'm dead, so I don't care. And the sad thing for me is I don't want to die because of my animals. They need me to stay around, but at the same time, it's like, I won't be here to know. And in a way, that's kind of a neat thing. Just no more worries, no more anything. Just the world keeps turning. New people are born. New wonderful people are born. New people have their lives. New people have their dreams to accomplish. You know, if we all lived forever, this world would be a horrible place. Yeah, so anyway, this is kind of a strange video. I wasn't going to get into philosophical thoughts of death. but I did. I just think that it's sad that Christians have to go to this extent to try to avoid the reality of the fact that they're going to cease to exist one day. Just cease to exist. Maybe there's something after death. Maybe you'll find out, oh, well, there is a spirit world that we all go to. I highly doubt it. It would be a nice little fuzzy surprise, but I really highly doubt it. And I'm not going to count on it. I'm going to live my life every single day as much as I can, because I really think this is all there is. And people that put their life on the back burner and do just worship God and run out and spend hours and hours or days or years worth of their valuable time trying to shove this down other people's throats, what a waste. Yeah, I think it's a waste. It's like, really? You could be doing so much more with your life, like living. So anyway, speaking of living, I'm going to go out and hang with my dog and check out my lizards and have some of this wine and have a really great rest of my day. So if you've been watching, thanks. Bye.